Ferguson. I've been the graphic designer here for 11 years. I went to school in San Diego State University and got my bachelor's in fine arts with an emphasis in graphic design. And I also have a certificate in multimedia and was actually teaching multimedia before I came here.
And I'm Christina Loverso. I am the new one here. I started in November after interning for a little bit here, starting that in June. I am graduating actually in June from RCC with a certificate in Applied Digital Media.
Awesome. Well, on behalf of the Career Center, we thank you guys for doing this interview for us. Our career highlight of the month for the month of April is graphic design, so that's why we asked you guys to participate, and we love to showcase our very own Riverside City College faculty and staff members, so this is an awesome opportunity for us. I know you guys talked a little bit about your background in terms of education. For the students who are listening, what type of degrees or other certificates do students need in order to get a job in graphic designing?
A minimum of an associate's degree. Some art history knowledge is great. We have people asking for things in certain themes, and to know the art history that goes with that is great. On the job experience, internship, that kind of training is valuable. Teaching them how to deal with customers and clients and interact with people, take criticism, all of that stuff's really important, so on-the-job training.
For sure, yeah. I know a lot of places ask for bachelor's, but for sure, like having a strong portfolio speaks louder than that. So making sure you have a good, strong talent background is great.
Design skills, typography, color theory, it's all taught, so that's something that you need to have. So at the minimum, an AA.
And is that all part of our Applied Digital Media program here at Riverside City College?
Absolutely.
Awesome. What are some of the reasons why you chose to go into this particular industry?
I've always had an interest in art, and this is kind of like doing art but getting paid instead of having to work to a job and get paid like a painter. So it's really fun. It's challenging trying to get all the information into a format that people like, and it's easy to understand. So let's see.
I started. So I was yearbook editor in high school. That led me to a job at a newspaper doing layout design for them. Those two things really helped me gather a love for graphic design, and then led me here to get my degree.
Cool, awesome. So what is one thing that employers look for in this field or industry when they're looking to hire their prospective candidates?
Talent, definitely talent. You can have technical knowledge of the programs, but that doesn't mean that you have an eye for design. So there really is a talent and an eye, and we look for that. So that's what the portfolio is for, to show examples of your talent.
What does a day look like of the life of a graphic designer? While you're at work, of course.
Check our emails, find
Lots of emails.
Find out who needs what rushed, what jobs are coming up today, and then basically start the jobs, right? And pretty much it. And go to lunch, come back, check email again, make sure there were no fires while we're gone, and then just all day long we're working on different projects. We, in our queues, could have, I think she has like 80-something jobs right now, and I think I have 50-something, so we have a lot of jobs, so we just kind of go through each one as date basis and get it done.
Prioritizing a lot of.
What are some typical type of projects that you work on?
Yeah, everything.
Brochures,
Business cards.
flyers,
Yeah,
banners,
brochures,
posters,
books.
anything printed. Basically.
Some stuff not printed. I've worked on a few web headers and things like that.
Logos.
Forms. Forms are my favorite.
Like formatting of particular types of forms.
Like someone has a form and you want to automate it so that you can just go on the computer and fill it out. We do that too, and it's tedious. It's one of those things we do, and it's not as fun as doing like a brochure or some original artwork. But we do all kinds of things, and business cards, little things like that. We have a big array of things we do.
Yes. So you talked a little bit about some of the skills that you may possibly need to have going into graphic design. What do you think are like the top 2 skills that students really need to have, other than talent?
Communication.
Yeah.
You need to be able to communicate with the client what they want, because you're basically designing what they want, not necessarily what you want. So you have to have that communication, and be able to explain your design as well as understand what they're explaining to you, and take criticisms as well, because some people take it personally and it's just a job. So there's a lot of communication that goes into it.
And then communicating what you want to the printers and your coworkers to get the design you wanted printed properly.
So communication and teamwork.
Yeah.
Awesome. What is something that students may not know about this particular industry of graphic design?
Oh, that's the one where we said the translating other people's design aesthetic.
Oh.
We kind of just touched on that. When you have a client, you may not be designing in a aesthetic that you're comfortable with, and you have to actually use something that they would like that you may not even like. So sometimes we have to design things that aren't maybe appealing to us just because the client wants it. So we're translating their designs.
Yeah.
And so
And they don't have all the technical jargon that we have too. So that goes back to communications being super important.
If the students hear nothing else that you say today, what are some things that they should remember about this particular career?
The scope of it is broader than they might think. It's not just designing cool flyers, it is designing for a client. But you can also spread your wings and do some freelance art stuff that you can sell at Comic-Con and stuff like that. It's a very wide field. It's not just working in a cubicle. It can be kind of whatever you make it out to be.
Yeah. Design is everywhere. Everything's been designed by someone. So there's all sorts of niches. If you don't like doing brochures and books, there's web, there's toys, packaging, all kinds of things like
And
that.
then visual effects too. So.
And on
Packaging.
film, on the internet, it just translates so worldwide. Somebody has to design everything. So it's a pretty wide field.
So what are some tips that you can leave the students with in order of getting a job in this field?
Strong portfolio.
Yeah. Put in the work, stay on top of programs, trends, color theories.
And don't get discouraged if you're not amazing immediately. Put in the time, put in the effort, and develop what you like. Develop your own aesthetic.
Right. Develop your own style, and then you have a style that you can. Sometimes your style is enough that people will come to you for your style. And so developing your own self, your own portfolio, your own works.
But being able to also translate your work into another kind of style is also really important. That way you're not shoehorned into one specific style.
Yeah.
You'll make more money if you can do a wide array of different things.
Well, some people do like just logos and be phenomenal at logos, and that's great. And some people can do other things like brochure layouts and things like that, and they're great. And if you can do all of those things, phenomenal. But sometimes, just being a great logo designer is enough if that's all you want to do. So there's a lot of learning you have to do yourself of what you like to do, what you want to do, what you're comfortable doing.
Awesome. Well, I thank you for the time that you spent with us today, and hopefully the students have learned some great information about what it takes to become a graphic designer.
Okay.
So thank you.
Thank you.